Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Niladri Mukherjee. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. So today's topic is how long does it take to get a decision from IRCC after one submits a response to the Procedural Fairness Letter. By the way, as an organization, we deal predominantly with response to the Procedural Fairness Letter, as well as deal with cases such as inadmissibility, criminal inadmissibility. If you are inadmissible to coming to Canada, what are the options do you have? We apply for TRPs, we apply for authorization to return to Canada. So that's what our experience levels are. Now, coming back to the topic, I have handled probably all sorts of PFLs in the past year or so, right? So I have a very good idea as to which application takes the most time and which is the one that takes the least amount of time. And I will also tell you the reasons for an application taking less time as compared to it taking more time, as well as which are the geographies that take most and the least time. So let's start with the applications that take the least amount of time. The fundamental concept is if you are able to respond to a letter properly, make the response concise, attach all those relevant documentations in the form of your annexures, regardless of the type of PFL application. I'm not talking about an application where somebody is already banned. I'm talking about when you receive a PFL. Regardless of the type of application, the decision time is really no more than 2 to 3 weeks. The decision time is least when somebody is already inside Canada. For example, you are a Canadian citizen, you apply for anything for your wife and your wife got a PFL. You are a Canadian permanent resident, you are a Canadian work permit holder, you are a Canadian study permit holder. If any of your significant others have received a PFL and if you're able to respond to that PFL properly, the practical decision time as of today, at the time of making this video, is less than 3 weeks. In fact, in majority of the cases, I have received decision in a span of 1.5 to 2 weeks. It really did not exit more than 2 weeks, but I still take a week buffer to say like 3 weeks. Okay, so that's the one that gives me the least amount of processing time when somebody is already inside Canada and they're one of the significant others have received a PFL. That's the least time. Now, let's say if you have applied for a visitor visa and you have received a PFL, you are a foreign national with no significant ties to Canada, and regardless of the location of your application, say you're in India, Pakistan, Philippines, Bangladesh, it does not really matter. Those applications take a little bit longer time, about a month to month and a half, sometimes 2 months to get a response, right? So visitor visa applications and the PFL thereof are really not the priority of the government. They take a little bit more time as compared to the other application category that we just spoke of. The applications that actually take the most amount of time when the application is not submitted correctly, when all the I would say necessary components were not included in that application, all the necessary supporting documents are not provided, those are the applications that take the most amount of time. Sometimes clients come to me for consultations and they say that, well, I have submitted a PFL, but it's like over 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, in fact 6 months that I did not see a response. What do I do? Now, upon consultations, upon deep diving into the various aspects of those applications, it becomes quite apparent that probably those applications were not done correctly, provided probably not all the relevant piece of information that should have been submitted were submitted. Then what we do, there are some options as well. If you want to know those and discuss your specific cases, come for a consultation. There have been cases where people have responded to the PFL, they've been waiting for months without a decision. They came to me, consulted me, I re-responded to the PFL even with the fact that the deadline has passed, and we managed to get decision within a short period of time. So this is the general timeline that you are looking at. Now the application, which are the applications that take most number of time? The applications that are lying in the various visa offices in the Middle East as well as Western Europe. So Middle East and Western Europe, those IRCCs take the most number of time, most number of months, in fact, if not weeks, to process those applications. Now, if you have already banned and you submitted a reconsideration request, if it is India, for example, you get your decision within like a month. If it is Middle East, you just have to wait for literally month after month after month for a decision, right? Those IRCCs unfortunately are not I would say, the best to work with. They don't respond to the emails on time. Even if you apply for a GCMS notes, the case notes also take a lot of time. So those are the ones that take the more number of time. But in a general sense, Government of Canada is quite responsive to the response to the PFLs. Like majority of the cases, and because I handle a ton of these, I could tell you that majority of the cases, at least 98% of those cases, the decision time is less than a month. So what is that you can do to get a decision super fast as soon as possible? Make sure you submit a proper response to the PFL. Make sure you know what is being required by you from your side before you respond to the PFL. It's not a good idea to say that, well, I did not know what to submit and now I'm clueless as to what needs to be done. But let's say, even if you have submitted a response to the PFL, even if you have submitted to the best of your knowledge, at least the best of the best responses to the PFL, and you have been waiting for maybe weeks and months, not weeks, but months, to get a decision, come for a consultation. I need to look through your case. I need to read through the response that you have submitted, and there could be options that may help you to get a decision sooner from IRCC. I hope this helps. If you need our services with any of these things, first step is a professional consultation. Hop onto the website nuvonation.ca, book a relevant professional consultation. This is what we do day in and day out, and probably would be able to help you in the right direction. Hope this helps. See you guys in the next one. Bye now.